Take me back to Liberia, where the drums still play my song. Take me back to my homeland. It's the place where I belong.
LIB Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.
Rescue government to corrupt. Joseph Boakai is too corrupt. I will talk it, I will.
Breakdown. People are moving in a more hall. I spent almost $150 US. The chairman come $800,000. And I make US dollar. So 4 times. So he's actually a play our man.
So you didn't have money can do anything.
Now listen, I agree. But if the people say the government doesn't know about this thing, I want to believe it. The police are killing that day on Saturday. They are now working on a Saturday. They're working the government. I saw police here.
So the government was aware.
The government know this. Priesthood all know this. Social workers know this.
Are you going to reconsider the appeal? They are appealing to the government now to reconsider them, but because
reconsider who?
The occupants. The occupants.
The army is entitled to the decent livelihood that they have placed. God is not making new land. That place is for the army.
Okay.
And the army is going there to take it back.
Okay.
So thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the law is the law. Here is Prophet Key. Here is Prophet Key. Here is Prophet Key. Prophet Key is being taken to South Beach with the car tape. Words are meant to be used.
Well, I would say this. The most important message here is that the government has not
around. They kill the person, they do they want to do that today. They rescue in their own pocket. They enjoying the country while the whole country is suffering. Even a few men and women, Soko and Soki enjoying the country. That was saying they get it back. But they call them Soko and Soki government. Well, they're not going to rescue anything. While saying that they make my one, because they call we are Soko. So I call them Soki and Soko. They eat out today. When they keep the rescue, they say, oh, and we are there. They say, no. And what you call change, my son? What you can't change, but don't say we are there. So what you say we have a move for them, they brought you. In power. You say we are right. I know about our car today. You want to send them out today, they carry it to white. They told me, don't you carry it to America today. You're not running castle for free. So they change will come, my brother, they say, Mama, they say you will not sleep. But so don't boss the program, you boss the people flat, but don't start to say. Who say they send that one cry, my son? When what program will have to make a let's see too. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Welcome to Crime Time Conversation, where the truth speaks and the people listen. From Cape Town to Maryland, from Nimba to Montserrat, the future calling Liberia. When the voices of the people start to rise, you can see the truth within their eyes. Too many years of struggle and pain, still the people dancing in the rain. But hope is growing in the land tonight, a new vision coming into sight. A servant leader walking with the crowd, speaking truth, humble but proud. This is Crime Time Conversation, talking about the nation's transformation. From the villages to the city life, Liberia searching for what is right. Education for every girl and boy, healthcare bringing hope and joy. A stronger future we can see for every Liberian family. Hear the farmers calling from the field, waiting for the harvest that the land can yield. Technology knocking at the nation's door, young minds ready to explore. Electric power shining through the night, security standing for what is right. The economy rising for everyone, a new chapter has begun. This is Crime Time Conversation, voices of a rising generation. Agriculture feeding every home, no more hunger, no more roam. From Cable down to Maryland shore, the people say we must do more. From nearby hills to Montserrat streets, the future and the people meet. Now the people talking in the marketplace about a man who walks with steady pace, a leader with a vision for the land, reaching out with a helping hand. From humanitarian work to leadership call, standing strong when the people fall, talking about dignity, justice and trust, serving the nation because he must. Not for power, not for fame, but to lift Liberia's name. A vision rising clear and bright, leading the nation toward the light. Oh, Liberia, hear the cry. Let the children reach the sky. When the people stand as one, the victory has begun. The conversation starts tonight, speaking truth and shining light. Together we can build again for the daughters and the sons. This is Crime Time Conversation, voices of a hopeful nation. Education, health and peace, let the nation struggle cease. With strong leadership guiding the way, Liberia rising day by day. From every county hear the call, a better future for us all. Where Liberia speaks, the conversation continues.
LIB, stand up!
Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.
Hi to the people of Liberia. Hi to the people of Liberia. It is a pleasure being back on your social media space, on your television in the U.S. If you're on the East Coast, it's about 3 p.m. And if you're in Liberia, in the GMT section, it is about 7 p.m. in your area. So I want to say welcome again to Liberia LRB Future TV. And we are also live on KL Radio 95.9. Today we are here again to bring you some talking points on current issues developing in Liberia, where we analyze the talking points and bring some light and understanding for the common people, so that the common people voice can be heard. And after we've had these conversations, we open the lines and hear from the ordinary people, and then we let them call in and say what's on their chest. It's therapeutic. It is able to give them some sense of relief if they can clear what's on their mind. And then we share some scratch cards, data scratch cards, with our beautiful colors and our fans out there. And yeah, I'm your host, Dr. Pearson, and I have with me in studio today Lovetta and Jefferson. Lovetta usually bring us our news update, and Jefferson is my co-host and my producer in studio at the KL Radio 95.9. And if you're listening to us across Liberia in the diaspora, I want to say welcome. Tonight talking point will be featuring the protest of the Student Unification Party and their encounter with the Liberia National Police. Will be analyzing the circumstances, bringing you some live video on that situation and giving you the facts as they are. And then we look into it and then we hear your say. For now, I want to say welcome, Lovetta. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
All right. And Jefferson, how you doing?
Well, as you can see, I'm okay. It is often said, once there's life, there's hope. Every time you wake up, you have life. It is good to always say, thank you, Lord, for another day. So by the grace of God, I am upbeat. I'm okay. And how are you?
I can see that. I'm doing great. I can see you're not under the weather again like the last time.
No. I'm okay. Right? I'm very strong, energetic.
Yep. So if you're on your way going home in the traffic, we know sometimes it's difficult to get car to get home late in the evening time. You're hustling to get home, get them safe. Put your phone anywhere you can. Save it from anybody jacking it from you. And if you're already home and you glued to your phone, your mobile phone, or your computer, or you're at home, your television, on YouTube and social media, Facebook, wherever you're viewing us from, I want to say welcome. And then we'll go now straight to our news update. LIB Feature TV in collaboration with KL Radio 95.9. News update with Lovetta. Lovetta, give us that news update, man.
All right, let me say good evening to our listeners in Radio Land, and good evening to those of you watching via our Facebook page, LIB Feature TV. Today's trending news stories. Cummins calls for concession overhaul, says Liberia not getting fair share from Bear Mountain. Alternative National Congress political leader Alexander Cummins has questioned whether Liberia and Liberians are getting the desired benefits from natural resources to improve sectors and support civil servants. Speaking on a recent podcast, Cummins said the operational effectiveness of Bear Mountain Mining Corporation has been questioned by the Liberia Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative and other global watchdog groups. He claimed the company's operations are reportedly not benefiting the people of Grand Cape County and Liberia at large. Cummins proposed that Liberia should receive a fair share of more than $600 to $700 million, he said, leaving the country through Bear Mountain's operations. He called for Liberia's concession regime to undergo reassessment and evaluation to allow the county and its people to enjoy the value of their resources void of self-interest. If we do not revisit the concession process, we will get the same results, he said. He noted that Liberia's current concession law was crafted during the administration of President Charles G. Taylor, when the country was considered high risk after the Civil War. Everything has changed, and as such, we need to remodel our concession regime to meet current day reality and market value. Cummings said our country's resources are undervalued, and as such, only the ruling class are enjoying themselves while the masses are suffering. This needs to change in the 21st century. Moving forward, Cummings recommended a production sharing concession model instead of royalty or profit sharing regimes. We can ask every concession company to give us a percentage of what is extracted, like gold, diamond, iron ore, etc. If that is done, Liberia can sell those products on the open market. He said we can use that money to develop every sector in Liberia. He also proposed that Liberia set up shareholder companies to raise funding and hire expertise on the global market. Representative Yeke Koluba legal team work out of house hearing. Monserrado District 10 Representative Yeke Koluba and his legal team walked out of a Wednesday hearing by the House Committee on Rules, Order, and Administration. Koluba faces accusations of cross breach of duty and violation of oath from Representative Sumo Moba, plus a separate complaint from Police IG Gregory Commons citing risks to national security. Lawyers for Koluba were denied the floor, with sources saying speaking would not conform to proper legislative practice. Committee Chair James Colette is leading the probe as the House moves towards a decision. Kofa Kochi rejects Fala's claim CDC won't return to power. Former Speaker Jefonati Kofa and ex-Moravia's Mayor Jefferson Kochi fired back at Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala after he told OKFM that CDC's return to power is unlikely. Fala, expelled from CDC, said the party's new headquarters does not reflect its grassroots identity and predicted it could become a law firm. Kofa dismissed the claims, calling Fala a UP surrogate and insisting the headquarters shows CDC's resilience. He vowed the people Verde will take out President Joseph Boakai in 2029. Soviet 9 in 10 women take antibiotics monthly to cleanse after periods. A front page Africa News Narratives survey found more than 9 in 10 women take antibiotics monthly to cleanse after menstruation. Experts called the findings catastrophic, warning it fuels antibiotics resistance and leaves many without treatment. Misinformation caused barriers and weak health system drive the practice. One 18-year-old says she buys antibiotics wet flashy monthly without a prescription after a dispenser asks only brief questions. U.S. Invo tours Maritime Institute as cadets showcase drills. U.S. Charge Yefe Joseph Zanjonin visited the Liberia Maritime Training Institute on April 15. Cadets demonstrated coordinated maritime drills in safety, command response, and technical procedures. The visit signals renewed U.S.-Liberia cooperation on maritime education and workforce readiness. LACRA, co-executive chairman and LMA official, joined the tour. Quartington to launch Leadership Institute in 2026, Swakoko, Bon County. Quartington University will launch a new Leadership Institute in 2026 through its graduate school. A VP, Dr. Randolph Bropler, said it will offer non-traditional skills-based training for public and private sector professionals targeting Liberia's leadership gap. Focus areas include practical leadership, innovation, and organizational growth. Media family donates $5,000 to St. Mary's School in Nimba. The poor Mendel family donated $5,000 to St. Mary's School. Former Chief Justice Francis Kopor and alumnus presented the funds Friday and thanked the family for continued support. Principal Jericho Dowazio said the money will help complete the school's auditorium. Principal disputes representative Barry's claim of funding toward students. Kenya Public School Principal Lawrence Colley called Representative Roger Barry's claim of paying student fees misleading. Barry's April 4 report listed the school as a key development intervention. Colley said the school is largely non-functional. He's the only staff member and it has been shut down since last academic year. He's seen no scholarship from Barry since 2011 and wants records of beneficiaries. Barry's office has not responded. Analysis when students are dragged, cyberspace is warned. Images of police dragging student protesters signal a warning for Liberia's cyberspace. Per commentary from former PUL President Peter Kokwe, he argues quick use of force tells citizens that speaking up invites punishment. Cyberspace shrinks little by little when people become afraid to gather, speak, and hope. He wrote, Peter Kokwe said, strong democracies manage dissent with restraint and dialogue. When students are dragged, public trust is damaged. And LMP orders probe into protest force drops charges. The Liberia National Police announced April 16 an after-action review and independent investigation into alleged excessive force during the April 14 protest. IG Gregory Common directed the review of police conduct, arrest, and compliance with the use of force continue. All criminal charges against arrested protesters have been withdrawn to support de-escalation and national cohesion. Though the LMP said serious criminal conduct can still be pursued. The LMP reaffirmed the right to peaceful assembly and said officers found violating policy will be held accountable. My name is Lavetta Davis. I presented the latest news update from Liberia.
Thank you there, Lavetta. Thank you for the news update. And I want to say thanks to Lavetta for that news update. Lavetta, like I can normally pick on you. Tell us now, from what you just read, what section of that news picked your interest the most before you leave us tonight to go home?
What picked my interest most is the story reported by Front Page Africa, where women normally take antibiotics after menstruation without doctor advice. Yeah, that's something that we normally do in Liberia whenever we see our medicines during the month. We we just take any medicine without doctor advising us. So that story, I'm so interested in that.
Thank you, Lavetta. So we pray you get home safely, and thanks for your service to country. And take care on your way home, okay?
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome. And then it is left to Jefferson and myself. We're here for the next couple of hours. We have 2 hours on the show. We left with at least an hour and a half. So tonight we'll be discussing issues around the SUP protest, and then with the SUP protest, we'll look at the police situation and how the police respond to the protest, and then we analyze the facts around the situation. And then we take our usual calls from the public. But again, don't forget, last week we put some dynamics to the call. Before we gave you the scratch card, you have to pay attention to the show. And we will be calling throughout the show the last 4 numbers to a scratch card, a dollar scratch card. And all you need to do is to just do us a favor. Take note of the last 4 digits in that scratch card, we'll call it. And when you call, we'll ask you, so you listen to the show, yeah, and then after you answer our question, we say, okay, now that we call number of 4 digits, last 4 digits in the scratch cards on the show tonight. Give us one of those last 4 numbers, and if you get it, the scratch card is for you. So as soon as you get the number clearly, the scratch card is for you. And so that's how we're going to do it. But before we get into this talking point tonight, that will begin with the news that we just here update. Jefferson, as usual, what piqued your interest in the news today in our news update?
Well, I'm interested in, most precisely, we've been on this bee mountain story, the way the country, has been looted. I will use the term, looted. Bee mountain exploiting the nation. Who are those benefiting? Those so-called politicians are the ones. The call for models to be put in place, talking about, the sharing of production, to the best, every production, every quantity that will be a quantity of gold that will be extracted from Cape Mount, there should be a percentage given to the country, because once it is done in that way, um, the money generated from the quantity given, the gold that we will sell, could build schools, could build roads, hospitals, and improve, the living conditions of people, and in fact develop the county itself, Grand Cape Mount County, rather than those politicians who would just go there and get what they want, lie in bed with these people, and just I mean, it is just so frustrating. So the concession agreement, the concession story grabbed my attention. Yeah.
And I think you couldn't have made that point more stronger than what it already is. Look, quite frankly, our country is not short of resources, like Mr. Cummings is saying, and that the problem that we have is not that we don't have the resources, but are the people benefiting from these resources? Can you see the benefit of the resources reflected in the lives of the ordinary people? And we say no. And that's the reason why leadership is a factor here, because until you get good leadership that can ensure that the benefit of the people is seen in whatever deal we strike, I mean, then we are not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. So Mr. Cummings, like you said, is saying, listen, we have to strike a better deal. Whatever we are getting out of this country, the natural resources must have a level of percentage that will not just be to the company's interest and few politicians' interests, but it should reflect a percentage that is fair to the Liberian people in terms of fair share of their resources. And in addition to that, they too should be able to see their lives improve on the basis of the percentage that the government will attach to this investment. Now, we are not saying, I want to be clear on this, Jefferson, we are not saying that we should be so bad and so unrealistic to the investor that the investor say, I've been just pack my bag and leave because I'm not going to get any profit. Anybody investing in the country, they invest to make profit, correct, Jefferson? That's the essence of business. The essence of business is to make profit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. Exactly.
So if the essence of business to make profit, then we need to balance out how the investor is satisfied, and at the same time the country is also satisfied, because the bottom line is that the investor can always leave to go invest somewhere different. But when they have depleted the natural resources of our country, that depletion cannot be replaced. Whatever they take away from the country cannot be replaced. And then the nation future, our next generation of people, are the ones that are left with the empty soil, with nothing in it to invest in themselves. So we got to think about the future of our people. Now, let me take that conversation to another level, Jefferson, quickly before going to our talking point today.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I talk about the extractive industry in Liberia, and from Mansisi then, Lady Yeke then, and Mankoto then, Mr. Tamba then, or in Lofa then, the ordinary people, Mr. Flomo Kekura then, the ordinary people should understand this thing. when we are talking about the natural resources, we are not just talking about when we say extractive industry, we're not just talking about the gold, the iron ore, the diamond, and other kind of thing. That big term extractive industry. But our concern here is this, right? And I want other Liberian people to understand me. And if any policy maker listening to me understand me, you see, the best value of our natural resources is not because we're digging it out of the ground or we're getting it from out of the soil and now it can go to the market. The best value of our resources is how we can make that resources profitable in the country itself, not just going outside the country, but in the country itself. That's how we get the best value of the resources. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. So say our lawmaker, instead of them running behind Yaga Kodoba for something he said, or instead of them buying $45,000 car every year for themselves, giving themselves crash car, and all the kind of things, and building new houses, trying to build school when University of Liberia laying down there cannot be renovated. Instead of doing those things, can they say, for instance, Jefferson, if you want to dig iron ore from Liberia, at least 20% of that iron ore you digging, iron material should be made in Liberia. I'm talking about factory now, build factory here, manufacture iron materials in Liberia. I'm not saying the skin thing they can say, oh, that the rubber is saying, put in condition that the processed rubber, but when you go look at the processed rubber, they just make it hard and make it just a box and they put on a cinch begin to carry. No, if you're doing rubber, if you're doing rubber in Liberia, at least 20% of that rubber, let it in Liberia, let it turn into tires, let it turn into rubber ball, let it turn into slippers, let it turn into something that we can say, hey, we get factory in Liberia. Young people, when you graduate from LU, you can go there, you go work. When you become an accountant, you can go to the rubber factory then that having, that doing balls and other things. You can go there and work there. You get what I'm saying? Not only that, if you want to do cocoa, you want to do coffee, any of these cash crops and things you're producing, at least open factory here where we can say, okay, now we're making our own chocolate, or we're making our own coffee, or we're making our own tea bag. If you planting plantain and you cutting banana, you bring pepper, and you're doing onion, at least show something that you manufacturing, that you turn into finished goods that can get your own Liberian market. We gotta go on and go import it into the country. Like that, go get it from outside and bring it in our country. No, if we mining the thing in the country, then let manufacture something in the country. Let's turn it into finished product in the country. That will create jobs. And I'll break here so I can I'll talk you, Jefferson. You maybe want to contribute to that point.
Yeah, exactly. And so we've been saying this. Liberia is a very rich nation, small nation with a lot of natural resources. And somebody the other day I was listening to somebody that why is it that this country is rich, but I mean with all the minerals, but the country is still poor. The country has lots of minerals, diamonds, gold, bauxite, and what have you, timbers, but the people are still struggling. And then I said, it's because of the bar concessions agreements that our lawmakers signed, and the lawmakers we continue to say that they are the problems to this nation. They just have the solutions in their hands. If the lawmakers decide today to say that going forward, maybe the 56th legislature, this is what we would do. Going forward, Liberia will benefit from every concession agreement that will be signed, every agreement, whatever investment that's coming to this country, Liberia will be first. If they decide to do that, this country will move forward. You'll start to see roads, schools, and agriculture. The economy will start to boom. But with the mindset of going there for, envelopes, going there to enrich themselves, build houses, amass wealth, then the struggling Liberians will always just be beggars to these people because they present themselves to be gods to the people. They present themselves to be, those who have everything. So the Liberians will just be living in their pockets. I listened to District 17 representative one time. He said, The very people who are calling for the reduction in salaries, in lawmakers' salaries, are the ones who can come to us lawmakers, for my woman pregnant, my woman gave birth, baby top, my child birthday party, and the other 1 year of graduation. So I said the reason the people will come to you, because you make yourself appear as though you are the only one who can solve their problems. If you create a job for them, you create the avenue that they will go to school, they will learn trades and what have you. They will not be beggars, they will not come to you. So it's just a mockery of the people. But the country is rich, to be honest, Dr. Pearson. But well, this is where we find ourselves. Under the legislature, a good government can make this country work, can make this country better.
A good government can make this country better, and that's from the basis of the question on the show that will give you that $1 scratch card, in addition to knowing the last 4 number on the card you want to win. Who is that best person to lead Liberia tomorrow? Who is that leader that can make us better in Liberia? Our girls brigade from the ANC can better answer that question for those who will be making the attempt to answer that question. Let's hear them. If you are viewing by way of social media, if you can see us on the screen on your television, then you can also see them in addition to the voice. But listen to them. For a better future, support Mr. Cummings. Jefferson, can you give us the first number, the first 4 numbers on that? The first, no, not the first number. The first of the 4 last digit on one of the $1 scratch cards for somebody who is listening tonight and following us and want to put that card in their phone tonight.
Yeah, so let me try to get it quickly. The first, you said the first or the last 4?
The last 4 digits in that on that scratch card, one of the scratch cards.
Okay, so one of the scratch cards, the last 4 digits, 6633.
6633. Is that correct? 6633. Yeah, because I don't want us to call it too much for somebody here and then they can remember it. So that's 6633. We're not going to call it again. 6633 is one of the last 4 numbers on one of the scratch cards here. And we're asking the question, who is the best person to lead Liberia in the future after our President Boyka has left? And then I want to hear what you have to say.
For a better future, support the Sapuni.
So Jefferson, now let's go into our talking point tonight. But before we go there, give me one more of that. Give me one more 4-digit number for the second scratch card, because I want to be in time tonight. Give me one more of that 4-digit, last 4 numbers on that scratch card. Give me one more.
Okay, so I will give you 6676.
6676. Is that correct?
Yes.
6676. 6676. All right. We're not going to call that number too much for somebody to keep it and start writing it down. Because if I call it again, someone says 6676, somebody write it down. So I'm calling that number again for somebody to write it down. I'm calling that 6676 number down again. So I'm about to show you our talking point for tonight. We'll show you if you follow us by way of social media, whether it's KCN TV live on Facebook or YouTube, whether it is LIB Feature TV live on Facebook or on YouTube, whether it is Clarence Pearson, my first and my last name, live on Facebook and YouTube. Any of those areas you are following us on, you will be able to see this video I'm about to show you. And the thing about this video here is that this video is supposed to help us lay the foundation for our talking point. And once we lay the foundation for the talking point, the next thing you will be seeing is our conversation and our discussion point. So the thing about this video is that it has about, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 key scenes that I put together. And Jefferson, let me clarify those scenes before we show the video. So the video opens, if you are listening to us on the radio, so you can see, so I got to describe it to you. The video will open with a UL student, one of the student unification parties, SAU. You know, at the UL, we can't say student unification party without saying SAU. So I gotta pay homage to my alma mater. All right, so a student of the Student Unification Party, SAU, a member of that student body, which is a female, she's one of the trending picture on social media, where she is seen in the hands of 2 Liberia National Police officers, one holding her 2 legs on one end, and another one holding her blouse, her khaki blouse. They're putting everything ripped apart and hanging at her arm level, and he uses her khaki blouse to raise her up and dragging her to the police vehicle to make sure that they can pour in the pickup butt, and according to them, for protesting for job and for justice. All right, so the first thing you will see is this girl from the Student Unification Party, SAU, female, is being dragged by National Police. And when I saw this, Jefferson, I was appalled by what I saw. I was disgusted. I felt so bad and so ashamed outside of Liberia seeing that on social media. Then by the time that she leaves the scene, the next part of the video you will see is the University of Liberia student, the Unification Party member, SAU, another female, and she's talking about why they are outside. She said, we are out here to protest, and it is our right to protest. It is our constitutional right to protest, and our voices cannot be silent. So she is quoting the Constitution of Liberia, and she is saying that it is their fundamental right to be outside and to demonstrate if they want to petition their government to make the intentions known to the government, and whoever is leading them should be able to listen to their voices and hear their concerns and treat their concerns as citizens of the Republic of Liberia. And we'll discuss that also. When that scene passes, the next scene you will see to justify, because you know, when they first started, some people tried to give an image that the students started throwing stones and causing commotion, so that's why the police did what the police did and handled them heavy-handedly. So we'll show you a video where you'll see the students are marching orderly on one side of the street from the UL campus, and they're coming down towards what we call in Liberia, that's why you don't go, you can't go back home to your country. You sit in America, Europe, and other places in the diaspora, you won't go back to Liberia, just waiting for us to come show you Liberia on social media. I mean, maybe I'll use more for show you where I come and show you. But again, they're going down Jalatan, not Jalatan, but Capital Bypass Junction Way, the intersection where you got the old Ministry of Health before, down to UN Drive, that road that branched off towards the Mansion side, the UN Drive side, they're going down, and then the other one going straight down to Broad Street to where you get GW Gates inside, and then upper way that UL and Liberia National Police Headquarters area there, and then on your right hand side, the Jaratan Roadway there. So right between there, the police, you find out that the police vehicle comes in right alongside the young people, and the police, well armed, walking alongside them. And one of the police were out being provoked, or whatever the case might be, he opened fire on the children using tear gas, to open fire on the children, causing serious commotion. And that's how everything, the Liberian is everything chakla. That police chakla right there. So you see that video. And then when we move from there, somebody arguing with me on this side and say, oh, you know, the country, you can't be having country people be coming in the street to protest and all that kind of thing. But the lady said it is our constitutional right. Yeah, she's right. It's in the Constitution. The right to petition your government, the right to express yourself is there, right? And we're talking about that, and Jefferson will educate you more to that one. And then by the time that one passes, when you see the police, soon the police press chakla, when it passes on them, they are bring in the United Party chairman, Reverend Luther Tappe, who is talking about this situation, and the journalist asked him, so Reverend Tappe, Mr. Tappe, you said that, you know, people shouldn't do this or do that. What is your view on the whole thing about all the things you're talking about? People are not doing the correct thing in the country when it comes to protesting and all the kind of things like that, and the student behavior. Clarify yourself. Then Reverend Tappe the Unity Party chairman tried to clarify himself, and then he blamed the whole thing on teachers. He said that teachers in the course. The teacher ain't something. For example, didn't train the children good. We'll look into that, whether he is right or he is wrong. We'll look. And then because he said that, it caught my attention. So you know what I did, Jefferson? I added another part of the video there that showed President Baka said in the protest, in the other protest that they had during the COP time. President Baka joined protests in COP time, doing former President Joe Wiata, and then President Baka is in the protest, and President Baka gave one speech and said, yeah, we got to come outside and make ourselves known and share our view on what's going on in the country. And then he gave thumbs up for being in the protest. But he won protest was more packed than the small children who he won protest, the COP, anybody who know about the COP protest, it locked the whole city down. COP protest locked the whole city down, it locked the whole single belt down. Even the mansion, the Capitol building, everything was locked down when the COP demonstrated and President Baka was in that demonstration. But yet, under his watch now as the president, our children are being brutalized. So we're going to have that conversation tonight. So without further ado, let me play this video. After I've given you what you will see in the video, let's see this video now. Let the video roll. Can I roll, Jefferson?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So Jefferson, pay attention because we'll discuss the video in a very sequence. Let's see this video. I want to start this again from the beginning.
The trigger. Shit, check out my office. The trigger. Shit, my fish.
Proud to be a part of that.
I listen to you, founder. My name is Delton Dore, and I report for Flames TV Africa Internationally. I listen to you when you talk about Liberian students now not wanting to go by the rules and order. Who was your comment directed to today? Just to take you on the flip side, today the Student Unification Party stage of protest in the country. what was your message when you talk particularly about students not willing to abide by the school rules and all of that?
Well, I said Liberia has produced a carefree society. A society where the mother carefree get beer, the small carefree get beer, the papa carefree get beer. Who will talk to who? You cannot build a very solid society if there are people who cannot emulate values. And that's what we learn in school. Reverend Leo Simpson would tell us, you have to be a good citizen. You have to be honest. You have to be on time. You have to serve country. Those values are what have made us today. The students nowadays need mentor. They need people who stand for national values. The educational system has become very monetarized. And people like Leo Simpson were not into this for money. They were into this for country. And see who they have produced. And so I want to call on teachers. While it is true that you'll be paid, do it for your country.
So the statement in no way referring to the student unification party.
We'll get to politics, we'll talk that one.
Thank you, sir. Happening here at the main intersection of bypass. He's pleading for mercy. 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 Where just a student of the University of Liberia from the Student Unification Party. He's pleading for mercy. Mr. Baga, how you doing, sir? Yeah.
Okay, Hot TV Live, former Vice President and former Vice President of Liberia, Ambassador Joseph Nimobwaka, just arrived on the scene of the protester here.
All right, so then we have the Jefferson. So now let us discuss this thing piece by piece, right? So when I first saw the video of that girl, the picture of that girl lying down and being dragged by the police officer, let me ask you, when you saw that picture, what came to your mind? Yeah, I mean, just seeing that picture alone as a parent, maybe, or as someone who maybe have a daughter or have a sister, what came to your mind?
You know, I mean, it's just looking at a female is a complete violation of the rights on the female, a complete disrespect to female. It's a total disrespect. Yeah. I mean, the video it portrays a lot of things, and this is something that we'll continue to say. And if care is not taken in this country, a lot of things will happen that people will be held accountable for tomorrow. Yesterday, I stated and I asked the question on this radio yesterday morning, what did the female, what did she do? What did the students do that they had to be arrested, that tear gas had to be released? What did they do? Were they armed? Did they carry weapons? You saw the first one, she said, arresting us will not keep our voices silent. She was clear. When she was being pushed, when she was being dragged, there was no weapon. She was, harmless. She carried nothing. What wrong did she do that she had to be harassed? She had to be publicly disgraced? Because, the entire world was watching yesterday what transpired, what happened. And others will say, but why will you just, blame it on the police? The police, the training you undergo, they will tell you, hey, there are too many things that you have to take. But you should be, to a certain extent, before you react, There should be a level that you will have to react. But what did the students do yesterday that they had to react in that form and manner? Look at the scene there, right at Connex gas station before the techno store. That's why they started releasing the tear gas. What did the students do? They were marching. The students were marching. They were moving one side of the road. They were moving one side of the road. And the police, the way they were moving with them, I thought they would have continued that way. But I saw the instruction being given to chase them into the communities, and you release the tear gas that affected even the journalists who were on the scene, who were covering the protest. This is wrong in our country. Peaceful students, armless, we know, they're not using force. It's a crime for students to protest, to call for justice. It is the constitutional right of every citizen to petition that the government. The promises were made yesterday to the people. It is the right of the people. When these promises are not being fulfilled, then they have the right to ask the government, why is it that you said this to us? And that's the main thing. The main thing of the protest yesterday was the theme was jobs and justice. Jobs and justice. Is it not glaring that jobs are not being provided today? Is it not glaring that justice is being blinded today? But these people, the police, some of them, like I said, they will come to the profession with personal feelings, take their sentiments and attach it into the profession. And they come and harass and terrorize the state, terrorize peaceful students. That's what Wemope said. He said, what happened yesterday, 1984, and years back, it was wrong. And today, it was wrong to have hate and brutalize the students. It was wrong. They did nothing wrong, only to call for justice because they needed jobs. Jobs are not being given. You have geologists graduating from the University of Liberia. They're not getting jobs at P Mountain. They're not getting jobs at the various concession areas. They're sitting homes. You have accountants graduating from Cottington, from UMU, Stella Marie's. They're not getting jobs. They're becoming money changers in the streets. When they take their boots, their little boxes and put them in the streets, they still go after them because jobs are not being given. They're not being, the jobs are not, the avenues are not being created for them to get the jobs. When the students protest on these things, and you complain. Yesterday, the June 7th protest, yesterday, they were there. President Baka was amongst those who protested. He had a nose mask. Somebody recognized him. Mr. Baka, how are you? He responded. But today, the very SUP that protested yesterday, that brought the Unity Party to power, today, the chairman of the Unity Party has referred to the students as catfish society. Isn't it more grey? Isn't this, more grey to the students that he relied on, the students that he supported yesterday financially, morally, physically. Today, these students are catfish society. What kind of state is this? What kind of government will turn, the student community into this? It is just so unfortunate. It is just so disheartening to see police brutalizing students, peaceful students, who only their crimes were protesting for jobs and justice. Dr. Pearson.
Protesting for job and justice. So now let's dive deep into this conversation. Now let me lay some foundation here now, like Mr. Cummings will do, right? As a process analyst, as a well-seasoned leader. Now let's lay some foundation here. First of all, there will be people who will say, look, take the emotions out of this conversation. Let's look at some of the substantive conversation. Let's look at some of the important meat here now. Number one, is protest bad for our democracy? The answer for that is no. Protest is not bad for our democracy. Like that little girl said in the video there, she said, it is our right to come up in the public and peacefully assemble and demonstrate if we want to demonstrate. She also mentioned that it is also our right to speak freely if we want to speak. And if we decide to speak freely, we can do so under the laws, and we should be protected by the law, so that at the end of the day, we need to be able to express ourselves. And she said, listen, nothing you can do that will cause us to not exercise our rights. Then somebody will say, like, people who like to argue will say, but then, what does the Constitution say about that? Article 15 of the Liberia Constitution, the 1986 Constitution, provides for the freedom of expression, including the freedom of speech. Article 15 of the Constitution says, any Liberian can come out and talk and express themselves freely. Somebody will say, but your freedom of speech comes with responsibility for what you say. I agree. If somebody talk loosely, if there's a reason for you to prosecute them, maybe charge them to court or whatever the case is, to hold them liable for what they say, like they want to do with Yeka Kodoba, or go ahead, follow due process of law, right? But that does not negate the fact, that does not take away the right to freedom of speech because somebody will abuse it. Let's make that one clear. Article 17 of the Constitution also provides for freedom of peaceful assembly. The right to assemble peacefully, and in that peaceful assembly include your right to be able to walk up to your legislature, your elected officials, and tell them, say, listen, we have problems with how you're governing. And the Constitution also make it clear that the people are the one who bring government to power, and they got the right to dissolve the government if they want to dissolve that government. If they want to remove the government, they got the right to do so, right? Now, I understand that the Constitution provides for freedom of speech. The Constitution provides for freedom of assembly. Somebody will say, but yeah, the government also is supposed to keep law and order. I agree with you. I'm not arguing that. So, in sound leadership, you got to agree to disagree, right, Jefferson? So I agree. For the Constitution to be properly applied, you got to have other laws that will assist the Constitution, right? So the government say, oh, CDC government said it, Joseph Baka, protesters said that we didn't hear for it. They said the justice minister said there are rules on book that if you want to protest, you got to go and inform the justice ministry, right? Right? Them say, oh, we want to protest, and then they will give you maybe police to guide you, all the kind of things. But the same Constitution say that if you have any law that violates the Constitution, that the extent to which that law violates the constitutional law is also illegal.
Yeah.
Right? So in as much as you want to maintain law and order and say, you got to submit application to demonstrate, the Constitution did not limit the demonstration of a peaceful citizen, whether in his speech or in exercise of his speech or in exercise of his right to peacefully assemble. It doesn't say by permit from the government. No, it says you have the right to peacefully do that. Right? So when a permit comes in, it's for law and order. So I agree now for some law and order purposes, okay, yeah, put permit in the process. But then when the regime becomes politically repressive, try to suppress people from expressing themselves, then people get to have issues now with the way you want to govern them, because they're telling you now, the Constitution gave me the right to peacefully assemble without any condition attached to it. The Constitution gave me the right to speak freely without any restriction to it. And I'm responsible for what I say. It doesn't say I got to have a permit to speak. It doesn't say I must have a permit to assemble. It says I can do it freely. Now, you want to put some law and order there, but when your law and order aspect now becomes suppressive and repressive, then you want to get into a tyrannical regime now where you want to say, now, because I don't want them to protest, I don't want them to speak freely, they got to come to me for permit. Then you use the permit now as a weapon. Then the people got the right to stand up against you and say, look, we don't want your permit and we don't need your permit, because the Constitution gave us the right to come out to assemble whenever we want to assemble, and to petition our government if we want to petition our government, and to speak freely without anybody giving us a certificate to speak. Jefferson, does that make sense to you?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So let me add more meat to that, because some people will be listening and they just want to argue for argument's sake. Now, Mr. Cummings said this, right? He said this about Yeka Kodoba situation. He said, listen, He said freedom of speech is not about what we feel comfortable hearing. Freedom of speech is the right for someone to say what they want to say, whether we're comfortable with it or we're not comfortable with it. Whether we like what the person say or we don't like what the person say, we got to give them the right to talk what they want to talk. And now, if I have issue with how you talk, I should be like the former peace ambassador, what her name again said? Judy Andy.
Judy Andy, yeah.
Take the person to court. Judy Andy took Prophet Key to court, right? She took Prophet Key to court. She said, I got issue with how Prophet Key used a freedom of speech, and her freedom of speech violated my own right, right? So where one man on the right ends, that where another person's rights begin. So because I feel Prophet Key violated my right with freedom of speech, I will carry the court. Yeah, the court decide, right? When they want to court, what happened? President Barker, a legal advisor.
Yeah, Bushman Keita.
Bushman Keita came and said, he called the Solicitor General and said, why are you in court for somebody's speech that they made? He said, because the Table Mountain Declaration and the Camara Act decriminalize speech. So nobody should be held responsible for the way they talk. So go look at the law again and throw that woman case aside. And what happened to the woman case? The woman case got thrown aside because of the president, legal advisor, saying to the Solicitor General, speech has been decriminalized. I'm saying this for a reason. But then when you look at Prophet Key, remark towards the Chief Justice, right? Chief Justice Wesse. Chief Justice took offense to how Prophet Key addressed a man and addressed his family member. Chief Justice Wesse took offense to it, and you hold him under criminal contempt, right? Of court, of the Supreme Court. And today, where's Prophet Key? Prophet Key is behind bars.
It's behind bars, yeah.
Maybe they're saying somewhere to go relax. That the way they used to do it with Gloria Mususka, and then we touch you in jail. Go somewhere and go relax until the whole thing and quiet down. But Prophet Key is in jail because of that. But when I'm driving, and I'm driving at the double standard of how the law is applied. For one moment we say, oh, everybody got freedom of speech. But then when you go low, certain people on speech more powerful than their own friend. Some people get more right to speech than other people. So that kind of way now to enforce the law becomes a problem because the law is bending one side, it's leaning one side. The law is on crutches, right? They're sitting with peaceful assembly. You can't say one group can come outside anytime they want to come outside. When Unity Party people are going to do the party headquarters thing when they fill out the street, anybody homework them? Yeah. Anybody did tear gas when they're going to open the party headquarters? Anybody shoot tear gas on them? Nobody did that, but they were all in the street as well. So we need to understand that Liberia has to reach to a place where the law, like President Barack can say that the law be the law, but the law cannot be the law for one group of people and then different for another group of people. Let make that one clear. So yes, there are laws on the books that say people can talk freely without any restriction, no permit needed for them to talk for free, no permit needed for them to go and be peacefully and for them to peacefully assemble. For law and order purposes, say, okay, send the Constitution gave the right to talk freedom to assemble and to hold your peaceful protest. For law and order purposes, contact us, give us a letter, notify us so we can provide you security and we can make sure law and order is maintained. But if that is going to be used to suppress the people so that they are not able to express themselves no more, then you will see the kind of violence we're seeing right now. Right? So that goes to that leg here. One of the things that can happen in Liberia is that whenever these things happen, we all agree when peaceful protest turns violent, Jefferson, then it affects the ordinary people.
Yeah.
Me, I can't go about my normal business. My store will get closed. The kind of money I was supposed to make for the day, I will not make my money. The scratch card also say, let's scratch card and make money. He can't make money. Man, what I'm going to do, a little can't make a kobo because everything chakla, right? So people expect protests to be peaceful and orderly. So yes, we agree with that. Anyone who wants to hold protests or wants to hold peaceful assembly or wants to use their speech under the Constitution, they should do it in a way that the country is not destabilized, the peace of the country is not disturbed, right? But at the same time, there is always the potential for those things to go out of hand, and it depends on how it is managed. And the management is in the hands of two people, the organizers and the state security, because both of them have the capacity to cause chaos, right? If the organizer sends the wrong message the members of the demonstrating group will act disorderly. If the police apply themselves in the wrong way, the protest will go out of hand. In this case, it was not the protesters that caused the problem. It was the police that handled the matter in the wrong manner, and I think they should be investigated. And those are responsible for causing the mayhem and the chaos among our children should be held liable for their actions. Right? So now, let's go to that leg I'm talking about now. Since that foundation has been laid. Even if you were enforcing the law, somebody said to me on Facebook about that. Even in America, where you are, when you do some funny foolish thing, the police will handle you even worse than that. Some people even got killed in America. Yeah, but when it happened here, civil society and even us, we all can get out and we say it is wrong. It should be stopped. So the ICE going around harassing people, shooting people. And you saw how the American people got up in thousands and thousands and thousands and millions of them got up and they said that nonsense cannot continue to happen. If you want to use our tax dollars to protect us, then don't be killing us in the process and don't be hurting us in the process. So yes, these things can happen, but when they happen, it doesn't make it right. So our national police should not be in the habit having a vulnerable leg girl, not on the ground, lift up by a grown man with her 2 legs on one end, lift up on the other side by a blast. She partially naked, and then we're talking about stopping violence against women. Wasn't the same Greco Common who are talking about violence against women? Wasn't we were the same people having big demonstrations, putting up placards, yet other talking about violence against women? So which means the violence is inherent, it's ingrained in our system. Because even our national police, who's supposed to be disciplined enough to curb police violence and to curb public violence and to curb what they call mob violence, are involved themselves in mob violence. Instead of enforcing the law and maintaining life and property, they're now hurting civilians. And for me, that is a problem. So now let's take the video take the video we saw to the next level of the conversation. So we noticed that when the students were marching, and it is important for us to make this point, Jefferson, when the students were marching, the police walking alongside them, we saw in the video, right? The police pick up also driving alongside them. And then the student unification party, student unification party, the students had the guys that were posted on that yellow line to keep the students on their side of the line, that the lane that they are taking. So it demonstrates to you that the student unification party, SAU, have already had their whole group under control, with the aid of the police also on the left-hand side of the protest, ensuring that they keep order as well. So there were 2 lines of orderliness there. The students themselves were trying to keep order, and the police were on the far left of them, also trying to keep order. So my question here now, Jefferson, I need us to discuss this. Why did that police officer shoot the first tear gas directly at the children?
That's the question. Yeah, that's the question.
Jefferson, be the police spokesman for me now. Tell me why. Can you give me the reason why? Why, Jefferson? Why?
I just don't know.
I didn't see anything in that video, Jefferson.
Nothing the students did that warranted releasing tear gas amongst them. Nothing.
No. So when he discharged the tear gas, of course, it led to a cascade of events, right? A cascading of events.
Yeah.
Now, one tear gas left to other police officers triggered to do the same. That whole capital bypass thing chaotic. So not only that they were pursuing the children off the street now, they were hitting on them and brutalizing them.
Yeah.
And not only that they were hitting on them and brutalizing them, even the bystanders, people who had nothing to do with the protest, became victims of the situation.
Yeah, they became victims.
So while the police supposed to be there ensuring law and order, they became the one who were causing the chaos and the mayhem, even to the bystanders, the communities around the areas that they caused the mayhem. Does that make sense, Jefferson?
That's the country we in. It makes absolute no sense.
No sense. Call me another 4-digit number of the last 4-digit number on that scratch card again, on a different scratch card. Why are you looking for that number? Let me play the answer to to the question I will ask: who is the next person to best lead Liberia in the future?
For better future, support the Sakuni.
You got our number?
Yes. So the last 4 digits we have here 6300.
6300. You know, we shouldn't call that number too much before somebody write it down. But I think you said 6300, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I get it. 6300. 63. Don't call it again. 6300. All right. That go to another one. Another one quick.
Another one 0484.
0484 080 0484. You know, let bro, we got 2 pronouncing 0 and say 0. So let me use the 2 pronounce 0 in Liberia. Other one who can go back home, who did it in the diaspora, they can go back home and looking for other people on Air Force. But let me help them. We can say 0480.
0484.
0480 is 0484.
Yeah.
Okay, 0484. After that, 04.
No.
It's 0. All right, my bad. In America, I say my bad. All right, so 0484. No, you were just writing that in quick, you made a mistake. It's not 0480. So scratch that thing. If you read now, scratch it. The man says 0484. Cause I know your data scratch card. There's nobody been it. That go to another one.
So another one will be 8084.
8084.
Yeah.
That is the number by the twist it. Ain't see it? The other one says 0484. Then twist it again. The other one says 8084. What got that, baby? All right, let's go to another one. Call another one. Another one
will be 6800.
6800. 6800. Liberia making also say 6800. All right, so 6800 is another number. So we have called 6 numbers, 6 different 4 last number in $1 scratch card already. And we got 4 more to go. If you want to show you the last 4 ones, if you missed the first 6. All right. So again, we're discussing the Student Unification Party SAU, peaceful demonstration for jobs and justice. Now, it takes us to another point in the conversation of that video. Now, so when we saw those guys doing what they did, when the police started that whole chaos, then a UP chairman was interviewed on another separate occasion that I pulled that interview for a reason. And the journalists were asking him, you said something about students not being correct these days. So, and then we just saw the SAU, we just saw the Student Unification Party, which is SAU, a demonstration. What do you make of the student behavior? What do you make of the student behavior? And when they ask him that question, what do you make of the student behavior? His response was very chilling. He said, and I like the way he started. He said, listen, before in Liberia, our children were people of values. And, Liberia used to be a country of values, moral values. He said, and even our students, they used to be well-trained, well-behaved. So he said, right now we need Liberia, we need students that are morally trained, right? And Jefferson, I agree with him. We need a society of students and young people with good morals, correct? You agree with me on that?
Oh yeah, that is quite correct.
Yeah, and another thing he said again, he said, and to get students that will be of good moral character, and I enjoyed how he put that one. He said, to get students of good moral character, you need mentors. Yeah. So mentors now in big book maintain moral mean good behavior. Mentors mean people who serve as an example, right?
Example, yeah.
So the training example, and how to be correct in society. He said, and one of the ways we used to show them how to be correct, some of the mentors used to be the classroom teacher, because the teacher used to teach them well, and the teacher used to be good example to them. And he mentioned one of the strong educators in Liberia, administrator in Liberia, from Haywood Mission School, right? But my point here is that, in as much as I agree with him that we need a new breed of young people. We need a breed of young people that are morally disciplined, that we need mentors. The problem I got with him is why he put the blame. He put the blame on teachers. He did not put the blame on himself. Because, like you said in your expose, Jefferson, student unification party did not just start today.
No.
I should say South. Student unification party did not just start today. Student unification party demonstration had not just Joseph Burkhardt time.
No.
Student party been since Dotan. Somebody will say the student movement from Tobotan, Dotan, Chartered Ellington, Joe Wiatan, and Joseph Burkhardt is just one of the series of individuals in government today who President Liberia, that the student unification party or the student movement are coming outside to speak about their rights and the things that they are suffering in the country, right? So my question here is that this very Reverend Luther Tapper then used the very student unification party South to demonstrate against the WIA administration. The very President Burkhardt, like we saw in the video, participated in some of those protests. Why is he blaming teachers for the student posture in demonstration, and he's not blaming them, the politicians who get the children the money to demonstrate, who get the money to organize themselves, who get the money and show them what to go and do and how to do what to do and the talking points to talk about. Why is he not blaming politicians? Jefferson talking on that one. That one it's confusing me.
But it's just so that's the thing, because he doesn't want to blame politicians because the fact is that they are currently in charge. So squarely blaming them on politicians now will mean that he's indicting himself. So he wants to shift blames on administrators, on teachers, and the fact is that the teachers are not the ones who would tell these students, instill bad or teachings or trainings into the students. In classroom, the teachers will always instill good morals in you. He will teach you how to be a better person in society rather than being a hostile person, rather than being a gangster. So the schools in Liberia, around the world, the schools do not teach gangsterism. They teach good morals. So if Reverend Tapper, who yesterday benefited from the action of the students at activities today, is now referring to their actions that or blaming their actions of protesting today on administrators, on schools, on teachers, then it means that he needs to go back and have a sober reflection on some of the things he's saying, and then think about how he came into power, the position he's enjoying today, even though it was given to him by his party, but because of the fat salaries, he's on the board as the MPA. So then he sits there or stands there and wants to blame the actions of students on teachers, on administrators. Then I think he needs to go back and take a sober reflection.
He needs to go back and take a sober reflection. If you are just joining us, you are listening to LRB Feature TV, and we are also airing on Kia Radio 95.9. I'm Dr. Pearson, and also with me in the studio is Jefferson William, my co-producer in studio there. And if you follow us, we're discussing what happened a few days with the students. Jefferson, let's take the last 4 numbers to make it 10 scratch cards. Let's take the last 4 numbers.
Yeah. So the last 4, 6816.
6816. 6816. 6816. All right. Let's take one more.
6418.
6418. 6418.
Yeah.
Pastor mentioned Nero. That number start with Nero. 6418. All right, call one more.
6608.
660. No, me do come in plenty. 6608. 6608. Uh-huh.
And the last one is
Last one.
6412.
6412.
Mhm.
All right. All right. So 6412, 6412, 6412. We have 10 scratch cards out there that you can win when we open the lines for you to call in. But before we take that call, we are discussing what happened at the with the students' protest yesterday for job and justice. And I want to bring it home by saying this. In the video that we showed, we saw President Boyka himself attending a protest, right? And the protest that he attended was even more packed than that of the UL-SUP South. And then he is there showing thumbs up for the protest and speaking in the protest, and nobody humble him. Today, under his watch, students are being brutalized. Students are being held as political prisoners overnight at the LNP headquarters and released in the morning on no good reason. And they suffer wounds by the hands of our Liberia National Police, disgracefully carrying out their duty. And we feel we strongly condemn it. Liberia should not be a place of police violence. It should be a place that is peaceful and conducive. I will play one more video before we go to the lines. All right. And then this video, I want to show the University of Liberia. This time is the Progressive Student Association PROSA, who is trying to showcase some of the conditions on the UL campus. And now you tell me, witnessing this video, that your conscience is clear with you, that you see your children go to school like this. It's just a peanut of what I'm about to show you. All right, just a peanut of what I'm about to show you that happening there. And then you tell me whether you'll be comfortable having your children learning in the kind of condition. And when they come outside and tell you, say, even if they both with lanes that will come outside, no job, and there's no justice for us, some of us getting raped, some of us are dying, and nobody's showing any concern for us, then tell me, say they are wrong.
Let's forget our sisters to come and squat here. Come on, let's go. Come on, 2-0. Come on, go here. Look out. No, you cannot say yes. You cannot say yes. No, no problem. Okay. Come and see. Take a look here. The bathroom has turned to a warehouse. The bathroom has turned to a warehouse. Come and take a look. Here. Look at stool. Come here. You cannot bear that stool. You cannot bear that. That is why the revolutionary chairman. You don't know. You don't know. The channel there, the channel. We want to say this is backward. This is unacceptable. Our sisters are here. Look at them. They are failing themselves. Even you, the generation, cannot stand this environment. You cannot stand this environment. Come on, let's go. There are too many contradictions. Barrage of contradictions here.
For better future, support the Sakuni.
For better future, support Mr. Cumming Jefferson. Does that represent the state-owned university to you?
Well, it is appalling. It is so ashamed to even have these kinds of discussion, because, I mean, as Liberia, just in July, we're going to turn another year older, and we're going to be celebrating years that countries like Ghana, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, 2-3 times their existence can come from Liberia. But if you visit these countries, and you want to, I have not been to Nigeria, I have not been to Ghana. I've seen on social media, but I mean, people who've gone there to study and they've come back to Liberia, to this country. I mean, when they start to even talk, so sometimes it feels so embarrassing to have conversations with foreigners, with aliens, our fellow Africans, nearby African neighbors, to talk about our university. Yeah, people used to come to Liberia, they went to school here, but today administrations have passed, and we are still discussing the deplorable condition of the state-run university, UL. The lost internal bricks. We are still reminding government that this is the state-run university. They must, the disgusting thing is that the current speaker of the House of Representatives, Richard Kuhn, he was once an instructor there, a representative before he became representative. They call him accountant. Today he's speaker, and yet the University of Liberia is in a very bad shape. Look at the bathrooms.
Let me show you one more time. Let me show you one more time for those who are on.
Let's forget our sisters to come and spot here. Come on, let's go. Come on, 2-0. Look out. No, yes. Can I say yes? No, what bathroom? Okay. Come and see. Take a look here. The bathroom has turned to a warehouse. The bathroom has turned to a warehouse. Come in. Take a look. Here. Look at stool. Come in. You cannot bear that stool. You cannot bear that. That is why the revolutionary chairman. You don't know. You don't know. We want to say this is backward. This is unacceptable. Our sisters are here. Look at them. They are failing themselves. Even you, the journalist, you cannot stand this environment. You cannot stand this environment. Come on, let's go. There are too many contradictions. Barrage.
We have taken the government. It's our right. And we will march. Arresting us will not keep our voice silent. Arresting us will not keep our voice silent.
The Tiger. Shit, take him off it. The Tiger. Shit, my fish.
Proud to be a part of that.
I listen to you, founder. My name is Ziotin Dore and I report for Flames TV Africa International. I listen to you when you talk about Liberian students now not wanting to go by the rules and order. Who was your comment directed to today? Just to take you on the flip side, today the Student Unification Party staged a protest in the country. What was your message when you talk particularly about students not willing to abide by the school rules and all of that?
Well, I said Liberia has produced a carefree society. A society where the mother carefree get beer, the small carefree get beer, the papa carefree get beer. Who will talk to who? You cannot build a very solid society if there are people who cannot emulate values. And that's what we learn in school. Reverend Leo Simpson would tell us, you have to be a good citizen. You have to be honest. You have to be on time. You have to serve country. Those values are what have made us today. The students nowadays need mentor. They need people who stand for national values. The educational system has become very monetarized. And people like Leo Simpson were not into this for money. They were into this for country. And see who they have produced. And so I want to call on teachers. While it is true that you'll be paid, do it for your country.
So the statement in no way referring to the Student Unification Party.
We'll get to politics, we'll talk that one.
Thank you, sir. Been here at the main intersection of bypass. He's pleading for mercy. 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 Where dress a student of the University of Liberia from the Student Unification Party. He's pleading for mercy. Mr. Baga, how you doing, sir? Yeah.
Okay, Hot TV Live, former Vice President and former Vice President of Liberia, Ambassador Joseph Nimobwaka, just arrived on the scene of the protester here.
All right, that open the lines and take call. To never be snappy with the calls. I will leave the calls to you. Maybe 30 seconds per individual, and let them
yes, exactly. Let's make it snappy. Yes,
snap. Let them win the car. Yeah, let them win the scratch car. Yeah, go ahead.
First person on the line. I haven't even announced, but you can call for those of you listening. 077-959-959. 077-959-959. 088-928-3938. The numbers you can use to be a part of the show tonight here on Care Radio 95.9. Let me take Prince Talibu, who is the first person on the line. Prince, good evening, welcome.
Yeah, good evening, people Jeff.
Okay, let's hear you.
Prince Talibu calling from UL-SUP April.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you for the discussion. To the people that Jeff, the police are the police on a Waka. They just do it. That protest mean the government of power. But this time the government so afraid of protest. Even when 6% say go do the peaceful person, Program was saying government to go put on last citizen. Yesterday the protest was so before yesterday. The police provoke the protesters. If you can watch the video, you can see there's a vehicle the police can bring down the car. Anything like that. Okay, anytime you can lose control. You can figure any time they put Johnson and they go behind and they do it.
Okay.
No protest on the back of the police will not put on last people. All the protests they will put on last people are being killed. They kill innocent people down there free.
Okay. Thank you. Dr. Pearson?
Yeah, let me take a shot at the cards.
So you want to go for any of the cards?
Yeah.
Yeah, call the last 4 digits that you remember.
It's the 800.
6800. Yeah. Okay. Call your number, Prince.
07.
Yeah.
53.
076.
Yeah, 076.
076. Yeah.
53.
53.
08.
08.
97.
97. Congratulations.
Only issue. There's a community sharing here because even the communities are in special community people. More people say, "I know who know the other man."
Okay.
Who know the other man? Yeah, the two parties saying like Black CDC, the other party, or those who all support the CDC, but the two parties are feeling like black people, so we need to try a different person to see. I think Kumo will be the best option.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, people.
Thank you. Good evening. Your name and where you call from?
Yes, good evening to you and good evening to those who following the show.
Yes.
This is Hussein. My name is Hussein Kyo. I call Jacobson.
Okay, Hussein, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. I listen to the SS. Follow the I call the protest. So you are aware that we have a law, and the organic law is the Constitution. Right?
Yeah.
Article 17 and 15, right? That even the kids who reading government can read it and recite it well. One talk about freedom of assembly, and the other one talk about freedom of speech. For all of those provisions of the Constitution come with responsibilities. Your right to freedom of move cannot impede other people's free movement. Your right to free speech cannot hinder other people's character. It is enshrined in our Constitution. The student got that right to peaceful example. But does that right impede other people's right? I said no. So no, this is the present freedom we are around in the country. Those things that happen under the past administration, lawlessness. People were doing things in the country.
Are you saying that the protesters were lawless?
So what yesterday were the students lawless? Did they impede the movements of others? Hussein?
So what I'm saying to you, the protests in fact were not organized.
No. Answer the question. What was the students? Have you seen any evidence that the students were lawless?
So you listen to some of the jobs that were shown out. Some of them in our crowd, some of them were insulting the president.
No, Hussein, you're not doing justice to the conversation.
No.
Okay, let's move on, man. Let's move on. You're twisting the students.
I have a question. I have to respond, right?
Take a shot. Take a shot at one of the scratch cards.
Chief, we're not falling and going back. So I just thought to make a point. And
okay.
At the end of this, right? So listen, the law is the law.
Okay.
And I want to applaud the police. Anything of such reoccur, the police take criminal action. That's my point, and I'm glad about it.
We are not employing police brutality here. We are telling you that the police misbehaved. Gregor Como himself issued a police communication on the public media and said that the police did not handle the matter professionally. So are you trying to say Gregor Como is lying?
He's gone out. Lucy, he's gone out. He left already. Mohammed Donso, welcome.
Yeah, how you doing?
Well, we're good.
Sometimes in this country, if you are listening to our platform, if you have anything to say, and just listening, well, some guys just come to just, do something on this platform. Really, this guy, he's a pathological liar. You know, this is not how you defend your government. If the government does wrong, say it. If it does right, say it. It's not a debate that you can't.
So just forget about Hussein. Let's get to the
this
point.
guy, sometimes, even this on the platform, just listen to the audience, just be on mute, listen up. Don't call, But some of these guys, man, when they call, they just, contradict the whole discussion. Anyway, sometimes I want to say this, these guys, these police guys, and are always going to our protesters in this government. I already know these guys, they are Liberians or ready, because I don't understand their conduct.
Okay, give it a shot.
Yeah, that's my point. That's my point.
Okay, Hussein, call your last 4 digits. Which one you chose?
Okay, I'm coming. I got 6300.
6300.
Yes, 6300.
Okay. Congratulations. Call your number, Hussein. Call your number.
Hello?
Yes, Mohammed.
Mohammed 070
770
52
52
61
61
77.
77.
Exactly.
77. Okay. Congratulations. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, your name and where you call from.
My name is Francis from Johnny Discussion from Batal.
Okay, Francis. Let's make it snappy. Okay, go ahead quickly.
Yeah, I would like to ask the ruling party have protection be something throwing our flesh in the republic. We need to protest for our voices to be heard. So if protest will be the one, they've been using the army up, and they are going to national issues happening to Polo, happening around us. Let them go to it and pay attention to it and leave protesters. Let them protest in peace.
Okay. Okay, yes, go for one of the cards. Which one you're interested in? Which one number you choose?
Yeah, before going, I want to know if the card is only for a further GSM company or anyone.
The number you choose, that one we will give. Yeah.
Okay, give me 6412.
6412. Okay, congratulations. Call your number.
0776
776
224
224
772.
772. Okay.
Yeah, well, I will appreciate when it be MTN.
Congratulations. Good evening. Hello.
Yeah, I come.
Yes, your name and where you call from quickly.
Yeah, coming Michelle.
Okay. Go ahead. Let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, I was listening to you on the protest. Yeah, for me, if they just give my 1 billion, let the Liberia people just forget about protesting in the chosen human power government, because in already in the concept of people protest or anybody that go and protest is a constitutional right for the people to gather to go and protest. But for every time the post someone to protest, you will go and say the police officer and they have to go and see people. Which are correct. So Como is the problem of the government.
Okay. All right. Call your last 4 digits. Which one you choose?
My last 4 digits 0484.
0484. Okay. Congratulations. Call your number. 777 87
22
22
70.
70. Okay. Good evening. Please, the feedback. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, your name and where you call from?
I'm calling from Township Westman and Mount Benu.
Oh, Mount Benu.
Yeah.
Let's hear you quickly, Mount Benu.
Yeah. All the top people when you're talking in the then we see because you know your Baka coming from the same community. So he always there to back for Baka and I see how the Liberia are suffering. Come on, students and they just get out to go protest for their right. Power regime, women and men, they live protest and today, the power regime left the power and give it to them. The same way the power regime needs to hold the petition, that's what we're expecting them to do. Because they say we are not doing better. We are not doing nothing. We are made a train and not going to school, paying YFE, and we know we are paying YFE. Everybody was going to sleep with better food. But none of people need. Well, tell you to our division when you see woman and saying, as soon as you pass in, they start baking you. That will not go on, no. I can tell you and say, my son, I work, I don't get nothing. Because the time I was doing sweeping job. When I say, oh my daughter, I want doing water. At 200, 100, I take it, I give it to them. But the thing that is same thing. I say, not the same thing. And I say, oh, in Liberia. Then is supporting Buakai. Buakai, come on. When people were protesting Liberia, students were protesting every day. They are not putting people on the street to protest, telling people to, it was too, we are come for. No police needs to get us. No soldier needs to get us. People are not taking people market. And when after Benin today, I coming back, I was telling them, I said today you're standing with your tutu market on your head, and you're saying high low. They say, oh man will low for it. But I will act clear.
Okay.
Even now we are for. But anybody that coming in power and say you want me like to live better like, please, you're not see that chicken and go for that chicken again on the bus. Don't fall for that pot.
Okay.
You're putting there for him. When Musa Belete, you're putting there for him. You say you're not for but you're for chinche. Because they want to chinche, what we get enough correct in the country. A bar with suffering.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mount Benu.
I get it on my own car. I get it on my own car.
Okay. Mount Benu, just call her no more.
Oh, my number.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go to my store. Come on, no more.
The number you calling on here, so?
Yeah, my number.
Let me see it. Okay, 977-908-2977. Wait for me. 0779-08-2977. Okay, I get it.
So you wasn't tell which number you gave me or which of the card you gave me, so anybody out there can know.
Okay, so I'll give you one orange card. 6676.
6676.
Yeah, the card I'll give you. Yeah, it will end with 6676.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Amen. You're welcome. Good evening. Good evening. Hello. Oh, the person put a call on hold. Hello. Hello. Let me get this person here. Good evening. Yes, your name and where you call from?
I'm Patrick. I'm calling from Mount Barkley community.
Patrick from Mount Barkley. Let's hear you quickly, Patrick. 1 minute.
My issue has to do with going against protest in this country. When it started. And again, another challenge for the UL students, to rise up against. Because yesterday, UL student was the one who had tension in collaboration with Unity Party when the opposition. We are out. Today, Unity Party have taken student protest to be one of their major elements. So it's a good challenge for UL students to rise up to stay in the particular government. If not, 2029, we will see something different.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You listen. Which are the cards you choose?
Cards?
Yeah, the last 4 digits. You were listening first.
No, I just got into the program.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Thank you for your point. This person, good evening. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello. Your name and where you call from?
My name is
Fatu Dere. I'm calling from Masali.
Welcome, Fatu. Let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, the only thing I have to say about the government and the people who protest is hear the people. If you run behind the people and hear them. Protest is for everybody.
Okay. All right. You're listening. Call your last 4 digits. Which one you choose?
I'm coming back with 6. You getting me?
Yeah, go ahead.
6, 8, 1, 6.
Call your number. Hello?
Yeah.
Please call your number.
Give me.
Call your number. Any number you get, hey, call me. 0880
25.
25.
Yeah,
94 84. Okay. Congratulations. Next. Good evening. Please walk away from the monitor. Hello, the feedback.
Good evening.
Yeah, the feedback. Your name and where you call from. Okay. 0777959 This is the prime time conversation here on LRB Feature TV on Kia Radio. Let's get this person. Good evening.
Good evening.
Your name and where you call from.
My name is
Okay, Freeman, let's hear you. You've been listening. Go ahead.
First, you're for discussions. I just want to ask one question. That's why.
Ask.
I want to know why would it cause for the police to shoot the again on the students because they're peaceful.
That's the question. That's what we're asking you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. All the students was playing on anybody. But you know, like real country, we go there.
Okay, go there. Call your number. Choose which number you choose. The last 4 digits.
6412.
6412.
Somebody been taking that one.
Somebody took 6412 already.
8084.
8084. Okay, congratulations. Call your number.
0775.
775.
61. Yeah.
93. 26.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Good evening. Your name and where you call from?
Good evening. My name is Totu Twa and I call from Grassroots Community.
Grassroots. Welcome, Totu. Let's hear you quickly.
All right. I've been trying to, get a wheel, into the team of Mr. Kumi. I run a non-governmental community organization that propagates the anti-drug message, but I don't know how. Yeah, but at least by joining this platform, I can be somehow connected to form part of the team.
You are in the right space, brother. Just give us your okay.
So we'll get your contact and So call it your last 4 digits. Which one you choose?
4233.
4233. I don't think it is in our space here.
Try again.
You are listening to the 4 digits we're calling, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the ones that we're calling. So which one you remember?
0824.
Nope.
My brother, Jack gave us your number so we can contact you with that stuff you're talking about. Yeah, but they want you. I see the number, but you make it.
Jack, give me your number quickly. Oh. Too bad he left the line. I hope you call back. I would need your number so I can phone you. Hello, your name, where you call from?
I beg you, Fatu Dere, I miss my number.
Fatu Dere?
Yeah, I miss it.
Okay, call your number, Fatu.
8494. 080 25 84 94.
Oh, 849.
88. Uncle, please. 88.
Oh.
Okay, you don't uncle call it for you. 0.
Somebody call a number for you. 088. Listen, 0880. Listen,
yeah.
25.
Yes.
84.
Yeah.
94.
Okay, I got it.
All right.
Okay, Fatu.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, Fatu.
We're still taking more calls. 0777 959 959. Good
last
evening.
two calls, yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, your name and where you call from?
Hello.
You live. Your name and where you call from?
Okay. I said we are calling for District 14.
Go ahead, District 14.
Yeah. Yesterday the protest the students carry on. It was farm or they graduate come on get in Liberia, Liberia. Very evil, wicked. My children bagana change that man you cause probably in Liberia. Every day when people protesting and carry security around. Yesterday I was there, maybe I run away with my mother. As soon as the police were there, to press the Baba or somebody, maybe I run away from there because nothing get infected.
Yeah.
Get infected, so I run away with my mother. I moved on there. So it's bad. The people must get advising. Every day from last year, we were talking about the man, they were taking there, you stayed there. Like you said, Baba put a hand there. So that's what I got to say.
Okay, you're listening. We call 4 numbers. Which one you choose?
Okay, I choose 6800.
6800.
Yeah.
Somebody called that number already. Somebody called that one.
Okay, then 0480.
0480.
Yeah.
The first one me call it, but he changed it there. You listen, he didn't want me to mistake for, but he changed it. Yeah. I want more DJ 048 instead of 0. It's kind of number you call now. Yeah.
0480.
Hey, man.
I'm a
Dr. Pearson, you muted.
Yeah, somebody winning that number already.
048.
080. Somebody winning the person number any 2270.
Yeah, 2270. So call another one. Somebody win that one. Yes, and the first person somebody won that one.
8084. Somebody call it again.
8084.
Somebody finish with that one.
Somebody finish that one too, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got other one in there too. Okay.
Okay, just forget it. Because even you put in your darling, you can't win nothing. You put in your darling.
Yeah, you can get it. Thank you. Good evening. This person.
That'll be a last call for
last.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, come here.
Yeah, we're good. Quickly, your name, where you call from?
Then we are my name. I'm calling from Pan Hill.
Okay, we are Pan Hill. Go ahead quickly. Let's hear you.
Yeah. What happened today shocked me because the people used to support we are government operation in Liberia. These are poor people all in the car on the street with them, other people then. See, but for them now they don't want for nobody to protest. So that behavior that why they carry on. So the we are government, they support the government, they don't want for nobody to support the government because they know what they did in we are government.
Okay. All right. The last 4 digits, which one you can remember?
Hey, hello. My number?
No, the digits we're calling. We call 4 digits. We were calling 4 digits. We call 10. Which one you can choose? Which one you remembered you recorded?
Oh, I just really want to get the
okay. Okay. All right.
That's a woman. That's a woman. One last one.
The last person here. Good evening. The feedback, Please walk away from the radio. Hello.
Neighbor say he check him see, so I want to get closer no more.
Eh?
Mama been saying check him see nothing there.
No, don't worry. Well, don't worry.
We're saying after the show.
I get it already. Don't worry. When I finish, we'll send your card. Don't worry. Yeah, we're going to it now. Good evening.
Yeah.
Yes, your name and where you call from?
My name is
Please be audible. We're not hearing you.
Fatu Josh.
Okay, Fatu Josh. Quickly.
I'm calling from Brazil.
From Provio. Let's hear you, Fatu.
So according to what I heard, there was debate among the students who were trying to walk on the street, and the man was trying to fight them. During those fights, you know, Liberian people, we are Liberians. We like for people to show their real color and how Liberians looking. We like for people to show what we like anger. Because actually, if we don't like anger, we won't be among these things. Even if you want to do such a thing like that, you need to gather the people together and talk to the people on radio. Tell them that you don't like that thing. But so long you go out, there will always be a violator. There will always be people there to protect the country too. If people are trying to protect people.
So what are you saying? What are you simply trying to say?
So the students were wrong too.
Okay.
The students were actually wrong.
Okay.
So I just got one question for you. Do you know it is the right of every citizen to come outside if they want to and to talk to the government if they wanted to?
If they wanted to talk to the government, there are some radio stations there.
I'm talking about radio station. I'm talking about to get in the street, walk to your government office and say, I came to tell you, say, I got a problem, what you doing? And I want you to do it differently. You know that they got the right to do it? You know that you got your right to do it?
They have the right to do it.
Okay, that's all I wanted, man. I'm trying to counter your view. I'm just trying to know that whether you know that they get the right to do it too.
Yes, they have the right to do it.
So you want to try one of our scratch cards?
You want to choose one of the cards?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
6001.
6001?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we don't have that here.
Yeah. Now that number you call, you don't have the right to call that
We don't
number.
have it amongst the cards here. We announced numbers.
But thank you for calling. Thank you for calling. Yeah, next time start the show soon because when in the show we can be calling the last four numbers of scratch cards. Then we'll open the line. Anybody who can remember the number can win card. So maybe next Thursday, yeah.
We're out of time already. Yes.
Yeah, I gotta go now, yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Jefferson, give me a parting comment before I get my own parting comment. So
it has been a wonderful show. Like we continue to say, it is a right of every citizen to protest as the Constitution guides that particular right. So the police will always should be the last. You have to endure. There are too many things you have to take. But this is our country, and we'll continue to preach peace. Let's remain peaceful in all we do. And of course, it has been a wonderful show today.
Yeah, let's remain peaceful in all we do. And I will normally say, listen, we're not here to say everything the government is doing is wrong, but the government can do some things better. They want with the students, they wrong the students, and they should have had the opportunity to protect the students and not to beat on them because the students were not doing anything out of the order. So I want to say thank you again for viewing us, LRB Feature TV on Kia Radio 95.9. Jefferson and myself was here entertaining you. We also gave you some scratch cards to say thank you for calling. And we look forward to seeing you next Thursday for prime time conversation. Have a good evening. Jefferson will be leaving me, but I'll be playing some songs here before I leave on my social media page. I want to say thank you again for having the time spent with us. Have a good night. Check your windows, check your doors, and Jefferson, get them safe. God bless you.
Okay.
Take me back to Liberia, where the drums still play my song. Take me back to my homeland,
UV Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.